When we talk about the base feature in FreeCAD's Part Design Workbench, there are actually two different meanings. The first, and what we have been following so far in this course, is the start of a model, the very first operation that creates a solid. The other is when we already have a solid, for example a step file, or a part workbench shape. When you create a body and move the solid into it, FreeCAD treats the solid as the starting point of the body. It becomes the base feature, and everything you do in the part design happens on top of it. You're essentially telling FreeCAD, this shape already exists, now let me modify it and build upon it. So when would you use this workflow? This approach makes sense when you're modifying downloaded or supplied step files, editing legacy CAD models, adding features to parts you didn't already design, refining geometry created in the part workbench, and converting a static solid into something you can work with parametrically. You're not defining the part from scratch, you're extending or adapting an existing shape. So how does this imported base feature workflow work? Well, first we bring in the solid into FreeCAD. This can be through the file import and import such things as a step file or a shape created in another workbench. Next you create a part design body. At this point the body is empty. Then you bring in the solid into that body, either by dragging it into the body in the tree view or by updating the property of the body and supplying the base feature. We can also select the solid first and then create a new body. FreeCAD will then assign the object as its base feature. You'll see a base feature icon in the tree view, and on the data tab there'll be a property pointing to the solid. From that moment on, the imported solid is the foundation of the part. Any sketches you create attached to it, and any pads, pockets, fillets or holes are built on top of the existing geometry. This allows you to add proper parametric control on top of an inert model. You can dimension and add new features on top without rebuilding the entire part. We can use existing part design bodies as base features as well, either through setting the existing body as the base feature of the new body, or by using a SubShape binder of the body as the base feature. The SubShape binder even allows us to mimic the part design clone workflow by branching from a feature in the feature tree by using a SubShape binder against it. One advantage to this workflow is that we can use the SubShape binder across documents, so we can create branches in separate project files. We can also use the base feature to make our part design Boolean workflows a bit more user-friendly. You'll probably recognize this model from one of the earlier lessons. Set the base feature in the properties of the new body to the shape binder, and it will become a solid base feature. Use this as your body in your Boolean operations to make such things as molds. This leaves the original free from Boolean operations and therefore much easier to change, which will in turn update the mold. That concludes the lesson on base features. I hope you found that useful, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you like what you see and you want to donate to the channel, then you can do so via Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/MANG0 or via PayPal at paypal.com/paypalme/DarrenBEstone. I also run a Patreon where you can get early access and additional content, and that's at patreon.com/MangoJellySolutions. Links can be found in the channel header, on the About page, or in the descriptions of these videos. I thank everybody that's donated so far. It really helps to keep the lights on so I can produce more content and also expand the channel. Thank you for liking, commenting and subscribing to these videos, and I hope to see you again in the next one.